Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 2 of the NFL Draft Analysis. We're starting off with my favorite team, the Eagles. That's why we did Quinyon Mitchell first. We're going to go ahead and do Cooper DeJean second. First round pick, second round pick. I love this kid. I'm still in complete and utter shock that the Philadelphia Eagles were able to draft this guy on day 2. The rest of the NFL should be ashamed when you have one of these kind of X-factor players in a draft that is comfortable playing multiple positions, and he is a first-team AP All-American. I don't understand at all how this guy made it to pick 40 when on most big boards he was a top 15 player. But the way this draft went, with offense going off the board so consistently and so early, I guess in the end it kind of makes sense if you look at it that way. But I'm still shocked and obviously super excited. So let's get into some highlights. This video is really quite long, but we'll just skim through and take a look at what the Eagles have gotten talent-wise.
Iowa brings 4 underneath. There's Brock again. He's hit immediately, though, by
Just
Cooper DeJean, well short of the line to gain.
Very instinctual CB/safety. I know he's probably going to get used at multiple positions. I'm sure in his post-draft interview, he said he will happily play anywhere on the field. I think he deserves the respect of being used at corner, at least on occasion. And obviously in the NFL, it is kind of a prove-it thing. He wasn't a first-round pick. He was a second-round pick, but the talent level is there. As you can see on both of these plays now, first he jumps a route in the end zone. This one he jumps a route right on the sideline, toe taps to get an interception. This guy's a corner, he's not a receiver, and he just literally, yeah, come on. I'll make the Antonio Brown toe tap reference just because Iowa's jerseys are very Pittsburgh Steelers-esque. Come on, bro. Over the head, shades of Randy Moss, and this dude plays defense. And then he navigates the field. He's someone who played receiver in high school. He went to college with an open mind. Was not completely set on one position, and obviously found a home on defense, and that got him drafted very highly. A team trade. The Eagles traded up 10 spots. You could even say 13 because they included their 53rd overall in that trade. So they viewed him as enough of a talent, and then even on special teams here as a gunner. Got to the guys, he caught the ball. Pretty flawless. Alright, so we see him lined up on the inside receiver, and a trips kind of set, 3 on that side, and he's on him immediately, which is great. I like how he reacts. I like his speed. I like his instincts. He's physical. There kind of aren't any holes, which is really remarkable for a guy out of college. I like that this highlight video also includes kind of everything he's done. I'm making this fun. I haven't watched this either, so it's more reacting in real time. So let me see. I'm assuming he jumped up on this play and made a stop. Alright, another punt. Let me make sure I'm clicked over here. Oh yeah, and he does punt returns too, by the way, because he's that much of an athlete. He was a baseball player. He played basketball. He ran track. He was literally in the same vein of Bo Jackson, in that if you love sports, you will just compete in all of them. And that's the only relation I'll make to Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson's the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my life. And this guy, I will not say he is, but I love the fact that he takes competitiveness to such a high level that he could have gone to college for basketball, he could have gone to college for baseball, he did go to college for football, and he probably could have gone for track as well. Let's see. So against Wisconsin, even records, conference opponent, tackles the guy for half a yard gain. And you got to remember, he's listed as a corner, right? So he's making a tackle almost at or behind the line of scrimmage, and then on this play jumps the route completely reads that guy like he was the most open book in the history of life itself. Beautiful pick six. If you watch Iowa football, you know their offense is abysmal. Offense was usually created by the defense, and it was pretty often created by Cooper DeJean. His instincts alone, his vision, he reads receivers' eyes, he reads QB's eyes, and then obviously when they use him in corner blitz packages, he's reading the linemen or tight ends' eyes to make sure that they're not fully aware of his intentions as a rusher from the outside. He just has a level of instinct that most corners coming out of college into the NFL do not have, which is why, in my opinion, why he was so highly valued on draft boards and in mock drafts. What I just saw there was a brick wall. Let's just keep it a buck. All right, so another kick return. Cameraman, let's wake up. I know you're not like active on a lot of scoring, but Jesus. Yeah. Wisconsin's special teams coverage on that play was pretty rough, so I'm gonna take that one with a grain of salt. Let's be honest. There's no one on that screen from Wisconsin yet. Still, okay, they're there. They all got baited to the middle. The only guy who had a chance was the kicker, and the kicker played that very smart and made the field small.
Start this drive for the Gophers.
Right, so he's at the bottom of the screen.
And there he goes. Nothing doing this time.
D lineman started that. He made sure to finish it. But I just like that he's there. A lot of times you'll see a corner kind of just not really willing to instigate the physicality.
This afternoon.
Oh, what a move.
Here comes DeJean. Got a lot of green.
Yeah, 45. Sorry, bud. You're too big. Taking hits. Let's see if he ever actually goes down or stays up. Nope, stays up. Beautiful. Love that. I wanted the Eagles in this draft to get somebody relentless, somebody who was willing to always keep pushing the play forward. Holy smokes. And what I like so far about Cooper DeJean is his resiliency, because on punt returns he's never willing to just go down. And then obviously as a CB and a safety, you want someone to be willing to initiate violence. You need that. You have to be looking for the big hits. Obviously you have to play clean. I don't ever want anybody to play in a way that would injure somebody necessarily, because that's just not how football should be. But watching this, I'm very encouraged. I liked Quinyon Mitchell's tape, but he didn't have a lot that we can just view on YouTube. Obviously, the teams and all those people have resources that I don't have. I'm not going to call myself like a super casual, but obviously I don't work for an NFL team, so I wish I could see more film. Cooper DeJean, I think, has more out there. You're at a Big Ten school as big as Iowa is. Obviously, you're going to be on television more, therefore more highlights like this can be found. So I'm really glad his video is long, because I like what I'm seeing. Okay, so he very zone coverage, hits him at the line of scrimmage, and that dude didn't gain anything else. Hit him, stop him. Love that. All right, another kick return. Would not mind if the Eagles considered using him for this, but that would obviously mean Britton Covey is no longer on the roster. Oh my gosh.
Some of the Western Michigan Broncos off.
He has no business gaining that amount of yards. He should get to the 15 to 20 and get stopped.
Coming on the edge.
And then even this play, he's a corner. And I know
doesn't have a return touchdown
on that play,
career,
the offense is running a goal line formation. They're on the one. They have to just have enough guys in front.
Here goes
for a corner to be the guy that gets in there and hits their running back and
right
initiates that
stop.
stop. That's
turn that
very
toe to get
impressive.
that toe turn to get to the corner.
First sack of the
And that's
season for
why
Joe Evans, the
I can
6-year
kind of
player,
see why the
second-team
Eagles
All
would maybe
Big
want
Ten
to
last
use him
year. Cooper DeJean
as kind of one of those hybrid
spins back the other way. He's got some
safety
tacklers
guys
across
who's in the
40.
box.
The run and run on real estate gets
But
pushed out
it's
right
still a
around
little
midfield.
awkward because we just got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, and obviously Reed Blankenship is healthy. So it's a little tough to picture where they're going to line him up immediately. My full imagination as a secondary, if they want to play 5, he's in. Because we re-signed Maddox, but it was for discount money, and that guy can't stay on the field. But it will be, for the Eagles, a matter of figuring out who do you actually want in the slot. And I don't know if I would necessarily mind it being Cooper DeJean, because having a guy with this speed and instinct over the middle is never bad. And this one he takes to the house. Just fantastic. I still cannot believe that he dropped the 40. And I probably sound like an Eagles homer saying that, but it was every single, like, Bleacher Report's draft watch along. They said the same thing. PFFs, they said the same thing. The Eagles obviously had to trade up over a few teams to get him, namely the Packers, because it was pretty clear that they were very high on him, and how we just made the move before they did. I'm sure they called Washington, but
We've seen that a lot throughout the year.
our offer was better, I guess.
On the deep ball.
Oof, that's a bad throw, but it's a good catch. Good cut inside to gain the extra 5 yards. Someone's towel just flew an extra 5 yards. I don't know how a towel flies like that, but here we are. Was that Cooper's? Yeah, it probably was. Let's see. That's just good positioning, to be honest. The other guy was in coverage, right? Cooper was the secondary cover man. In case the catch is made, he can lay the boomstick on him, which is great. He's in the right position already, and he has his feet set, so he's ready to make that hit. But then obviously he sees the ball is thrown very poorly, makes the catch, returns it down to the 5. Fantastic. Okay.
Now he has it.
Gets the pick off the bounce, gets to the outside, gets 10 more yards than he should. I like his vision. I do. I like his vision a lot. I think he fits the Eagles really well, because what we wanted is a short tackler, a corner with solid hands, solid eyes, and solid instincts. Mitchell fits that with the physicality as well, because that dude is way too strong for his size. And Cooper DeJean fits that too. He doesn't make stupid plays. He doesn't misread as often as a lot of players, even in the NFL, do. He's not susceptible to jumping way too early and falling for the baits that good receivers make. And then even watching this, like, that guy hasn't even left the backfield. I love it. I'm in love with this guy. I really am. I think he's one of the best players in this year's draft. I think the Eagles did, in fact, get a steal, and I think the fact that he is so versatile means you would want him on your roster no matter where you're placing him. That's where we're at. Let's see. Another punt return against Northwestern. Ooh! Woohoo! Wow. He didn't fair catch, and the first guy on the kicking team there did not realize that. He could have hit the heck out of him, to be honest. Okay, and it's going to auto-rate into a movie, apparently, because why not? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Cooper, DeJean, Combine, NFL Prospect Profile. We'll just take a quick look. Obviously, I know he was there. This video is going to start playing. It's an ad. It's got 30 seconds, so we got 30 seconds. All right, perfect. So he's from Iowa, went to Iowa, 6'1", 203 pounds, solid size hands, solid arm length. Not crazy. Production score was second at the Combine. Total score was third, behind I think only Terrion Arnold and Quinyon Mitchell, who the Eagles also drafted. Next gen stats of an 85. Will eventually be plus starter. I mean, the way I won't look at the Combine as some be all end all. This is exactly how a player's going to turn out. My mouse is being a finicky jerk. Sorry. However, when you watch the plays he can make, when you watch his obvious instinctual tendencies, you can tell that this guy is going to be a good player in the NFL. Where they will use him, I don't know. Because I think he knew going into this draft, right? You're the first white corner, potentially, in the NFL since 2002. That's a long, long time. So, I think what we need to expect is the Eagles are going to use him in a variety of ways. And wherever he appears to fit best is where he will get used most. I would not expect him to get corner reps right off rip because the Eagles do still have Darius Slay. Obviously, Mitchell is basically drafted the first round to replace James Bradbury on the other side. And you re-signed Devontae Maddox, who's been with the team since he was drafted. So they're going to get the priority, I would assume. But going forward, obviously, Maddox, I think, only re-signed on a 1 year, if not 2. And if Cooper DeJean proves himself to be the best player, the Eagles, having gone Super Bowl to first round playoff loss, are going to want to play the best players every play because they don't want to keep regressing, which is why you lock up your receivers. QB's locked up. Obviously, Kelsey retiring really sucks, but he handpicked Jurgens to be his replacement at center, so they need to just set up the offense as best they can. And then with DeJean and Mitchell, set up the defense as best they can. I'm very excited to see this guy play in an Eagles uniform. I think it was such a brilliant pick and such high value at the 40th spot in the second round. So, yeah, that's our analysis on DeJean. I think super high ceiling and also super high floor. I don't think this guy can get so bad that he doesn't have a place playing for the Eagles. Or any team. Obviously, NFL careers, you don't always stay with one team. I think this guy will be in the league a long time. That's what I'll say. Super stoked to see him, though. And obviously super stoked to see Mitchell. I wish Mitchell had a highlight video long enough to do a video as long as this. But super high anticipation for this guy. Really looking forward to it. I will also be doing videos of non-Philadelphia picks. Just wanted to get my Eagles done and dusted first. Super stoked. But yeah, anybody who comes and stops by and watches this video, we appreciate it very much. We do a full podcast stream at least once a week. If you are interested in that, please drop a subscription and you will see us go live. If you want to watch old ones, go to the live tab. And we also have all of our podcasts audio only on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. So thank you for stopping in. We'll see you in the next video.